Hi everybody, welcome to Art Day. It's actually Thursday evening, pretty late that I'm filming this. Didn't have time earlier this week to film a lot, but I'm finally having the time and I am going back to sketching today. It's just a tiny little bit of a project, nothing too big or fancy. One of the 52-week challenges, I do have a list that I use for inspiration. And one pointer on it was draw in or paint, whatever. The pointer was a random object. So I thought, well, let's just go for that and draw something very tiny, something that I like. And I chose a Lego brick. So while I'm starting to sketch this out, by the way, I decided on using a light blue pencil because I also want to use colors I don't use too often. When it popped into my head that I would draw a Lego brick, I kind of had an orange brick in my mind, but I went for blue while setting up for this video because I thought, well, let's combine it with a color that I don't use too often. You know, I use a lot of blues, but there's specific shades that I don't use a lot, so why not go for that. I also decided on going for a little bit of a smaller project here, not too sophisticated, because I'm kind of in a rut when it comes to my own artwork. I kind of am not really in the mood. Don't know why that is. I haven't figured that one out yet. But it is the case. I'm kind of in a rut, so yeah, I'm just going for the smaller projects for now. There's a few things that I'm debating about with myself, and I'm too lazy to get up and get a ruler, so I'm just using this cardstock to move the angle of the line to the lower to the left hand side of my brick here. That's actually a trick that I learned in art class in school. So anyways, I'm kind of in a rut. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I just don't feel like doing a lot of my own artwork, and that is so weird because usually I have a lot of ideas and I'm always up for doing the work, and currently it's like, nah, shoot, I have a video coming up. It's more like a deadline. It's not that I don't enjoy the work, don't get me wrong. My drawing here looks kind of funny. That's not how Lego bricks go. So let's erase those lines. Anyways, it's just a little weird. I mean, particularly this week, I had a lot of stuff going on that is more in private life. There was a couple of things that I had to help Jan with, and that honestly takes a lot of energy out of me. It's not that I can't handle doing that, but it's more like, okay, it just drains energy, as everything does. So I might not want to spend more energy on doing some artwork, but just relax a little more maybe. It definitely worked. It was worth putting the energy in. And it's like setting up a new system, and the beginning takes a little more energy out of you, and you just gotta do the work to set things up. And once you got your routine up and running, you're good to go. It's more like that, where I say, okay, I'm a little energy drained. I know it's gonna come back. I don't worry at all. But yeah, just so happens I'm using cobalt green, by the way, to start coloring. And I want to have the light source come from the upper right-hand side. So I just spend a lot of time for research, for support, for setting up a support system, or just a system to improve for him on his challenges. And that is, like I said, totally fine. I don't mind. I actually like doing that, and it so happens I'm pretty good at it. So I'm not good at opening up my eraser without making a mess, and he just cleaned today. Oh no, I'm gonna I'm making a mess already. Oh shoot. Oh well, shit happens, right? So I think just a lot of energy got drained from me this week. A lot of thought went into helping out with making the situation better. And it's not only for him that it's better, it frees up time for me in the long run. So it's all good. But it kind of drained my energy this week. Which again, like I said, totally fine. So I'm starting with my Luminance white pencil here to bring in the highest highlights. Just to mark where I want to have my highlights put in. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm a little bit in a rut. I feel like not as energized as I usually do when it comes to doing my own artwork and putting time and thought into that. Let me get another darker pencil already for the outlines. Yeah, so I kind of was searching for a little bit of a less time consuming kind of a project, and I kind of felt like colored pencils, because I have them on my desk for beyond the lines, so I didn't want to go for painting this week. So just gotta concentrate. And I thought, okay, one thing I wanted to do anyways is improve my sketching skills. So why not kill more than one bird with one stone? So that's what I'm doing. And I'm having the house to myself, which is good because I can enjoy the peace and quiet. It's not that I have trouble recording videos when he's in the house, but I kind of feel like I'm not focusing as well on my artwork, and especially on talking. When I'm not alone in my house, I kind of always am listening for if he needs help with something. Same thing happens to him, so I guess it's just being aware of your surroundings there. So I waited for him to be out of the house today so that I could film. I had actually planned to film around 4 p.m., but things changed in his schedule. So I had to postpone my own working time just to make sure I get what I want, which is me being alone at the house, it being quiet. And another good thing is it's quite late already. It is almost 8 p.m. And that means that the world outside is quiet. My neighbors are quiet. There's no landscaping around the house, so background noise will be non-existent, which is awesome. It makes me relax a lot and be just, in the moment and enjoying me doing artwork. And the funny thing is, though I'm hardly having any energy left to work on this video here, now that I'm actually working on the video and I'm post sketching phase, I'm in my favorite phase, which is coloring, I very much enjoy this. So it might be that I will do some off-camera coloring later on just to enjoy myself. I'm listening to a lot of podcasts today or interviews. I'm currently listening to Confronting O.J. Simpson. It's a 10-episode podcast from Wondery, and it's pretty much available wherever you can listen to podcasts. And I've been listening to that all day today, and it's very interesting. So I might just keep doing that while maybe coloring a little bit off camera. Or I should say, without the intention of making a video where I talk about things that I do when it comes to coloring, or how I choose my values, my shades and all of that. Maybe I'm just gonna have some leisure time, which I think I had said in a vlog late last year when the coloring challenge was happening, that I very much enjoyed that, because I seem to miss the time where I'm just coloring for me. Maybe I do have my vlogging camera there and recording, but there's no audio I have to take care of, and I can just color in my own time. I don't have to look at the camera and see, oh, am I getting close to the 2-hour mark or not? Don't get me wrong, I really, really, really enjoy those Beyond the Lines videos. They're one of my favorites to produce. But it feels different to me just coloring and being in my head. And I think that would be something for me today. Doing something like that. So maybe I will. In case you watched Saturday's vlog, you might be able to see if I execute it. So vlogging camera off, because I did record enough as a teaser for this Saturday for you to know what is coming up next Monday, or what I just did in the studio. And so far, by the way, don't know if you've noticed, I only used 3 colors, a light cobalt green and a cobalt turquoise and a little bit of white. So especially for these sketches, you sometimes don't need a lot. I will, however, add a little bit of the turquoise here because I think it's not hit by light. Maybe a little bit of the lighter turquoise green, cobalt green here on those spots where there's light hitting. And for this weekend, actually, I have a lot of filming going on. We're gonna record 2 episodes of Board Game Island, so the whole weekend will just be filming, which might also be another reason for me to really do some coloring later on. I should definitely pursue that, because I will do video editing and such, so that work, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm not gonna take care of that today. But yeah, maybe I just will enjoy the evening with a glass of wine, which I'm having a sip here because it's late, and well, I just had a very productive day today. So maybe I will enjoy a second glass of wine and just do some coloring. Why not? I think it would be an awesome idea. So I wonder, do you sometimes have the same feelings, something like I just explained or tried to explain? I hope I did somewhat of a good job. Do you sometimes have that as well? Not necessarily in regards to artwork, but maybe some hobby that you have, or some favorite pastime activity where you just can't bring the energy needed to the table to actually, well, do it, you know, because you're not necessarily physically exhausted or super tired. Both of these things are not the case with me, but more like mentally exhausted because you had to think a lot, or your mind is just occupied with something. Not necessarily bad things. Maybe it's just planning a vacation and that keeps you distracted from doing these kinds of things. I'm really curious. If you would let me know in the comment section, I would very much appreciate that, because sometimes I wonder, is it just my weird brain, or is everybody dealing with something like that, something similar? Every now and then I really wonder. By the way, I took another pencil. It's called Helio Turquoise, and I'm going to use this, I think, for my darkest shadows. I'm not gonna make any promises that my favorite shading color won't be making an appearance tonight, but for now I'm thinking I like this pencil a lot for my darkest darks. So yeah, all in all, though, I had a really productive week this week. I'm very happy with the outcome, and I feel accomplished. Also, when it comes to artwork, excuse me. Ooh, gosh, I don't know. I have an upset tummy. I don't know if I ate something weird that my stomach is not too happy with. I don't know, but I'm just very gassy. I'm sorry about that. Where was I? Oh yeah, I feel quite accomplished this week. Taking care of a couple of things that improve things or make progress in things that in this case secondhand also impact my life. So that was a good one. I don't really like this part here. It looks weird, but well, how about it? Let's have another weird drawing. It's only been, what, a month? When did I draw that bird? Good question. But well, I'm gonna let myself get away with that today. I would probably restart the video and restart the drawing process if I would have the energy. But I'm, like I said, kind of not feeling like it. So it's not an excuse. I will get back to these sketches and redraw them. But I think sometimes it's okay to just let things go. So this week, I hadn't said it yet, I think, I'm not sure. But one thing, or a couple of things that I worked on, that I researched and took care of this week, not me alone, but also me alone, is time management and stress management. And when it is important to stay focused on something, and when you just can let things go, or where it's better for your mental health to let things go. So I've been, like I said, researching quite a bit, and I've been discussing with Björn how he wants to approach things in the future. So we had a lot of in-depth talks about that this week, and it kind of made me look at my own wishes on how I want to handle these kinds of things. And it made me check, okay, where am I good to go? Is there an area in my life where I need to maybe readdress that or take a closer look, or am I good? And for, I'd say 99%, I'm actually good, which I found very cool, because it meant that I feel that for my mental health, I'm on the right track. By the way, this is indigo, and I got my pencil extenders in case you haven't seen Beyond the Lines. I had said in a couple of videos that I wanted to order them. I finally did. So that's another accomplishment for me this week. Yeah, it was just nice to realize, okay, I'm 99% there, but there's like minor things where I kind of want to adjust. I might not have to have a great or a good mental health, but maybe I just want to change something up. So that is something that has been also in the back of my mind, and I will probably just revisit these thoughts soon. I don't know, I'm not on a schedule with that. By the way, I just took some Payne's Gray to draw in somewhat of a shadow on a table or something, a resting place for my block, for the brick, pretty much. Because otherwise, I don't like when objects float on the paper, and there is no grounding of that object on something. I don't have to specify on what that is, where my grounding is, but I just think it looks a little better and more cohesive and real and just less weird when something is grounded. There's not a lot I have to add. I will add a little bit of a white gel pen on these very high highlights here. I know this is a very short video. Let me see. Yeah, it's a very short one. You're probably not used to that with me, but that's how it is this week. I have to accommodate my energy levels and my mental health and make adjustments on how much I can work on something or how much I can push myself. I did actually contemplate if I was just saying, okay, there's not going to be an art day video this week, and this is the pushing part for me where I say, no, I'm not going to cop out. I'm going to stay with my schedule because I know it's good for my mental health if I do. But sometimes I just gotta make adjustments. So this is a pretty big highlight here. And there you have it. This is a very easy sketch, but I did sketch something new. It's January 2020, and that's my name. Because, yeah, why not? You gotta sign your artwork every so often. So I hope you don't mind me having this very short video for you this week. I hope and I think you can understand where I'm coming from. Probably have felt the same way at one point in your life. Not at, I should talk correctly. And I will see you again in 2 weeks with a new art project. This, if you could take anything away from this very short video, it is that sometimes just drawing something tiny, just a tiny sketch, is enough to work your art muscles. You don't always have to have the hugest projects ever, and it is good to just sit down and do something for 20 minutes or less and still feel good about yourself and, well, improve your drawing skills. So thank you very much for watching. The blog post will be up at 10 a.m. today, where all of these are listed, so you don't have to write them down. But in case you just like the color combo and want to use that as well, or you're curious what my drawing pencil is, it's all gonna be up there. The link to my blog is in the description box below. It's pinselgeschichten.de. You can find any links, anything that I pretty much do on Facebook. I use my Facebook page kind of as an information hub to all of my other platforms. So you're more than welcome to peruse. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week. Do something artsy. Enjoy yourselves and maybe not stress about everything. Have a very good one, guys. Bye.